it is October 1st today, which means it is time for September favorites. September for me is the equivalent to the start of fall. Even though officially I think fall doesn't start until the 22nd of September, for me the 1st of September equals the start of fall, back to school shopping, and basically my all-time favorite of fall, which I don't have here to show you, but I have to mention it: pumpkin spice latte. I am admittedly a Starbucks addict. I know that their coffee per se is not the best, or that there's better Italian coffee out there. However, I do really like milk mixed drinks with coffee, and for that Starbucks is just really good. And the pumpkin spice latte is my favorite thing in the world to drink. Plus, I've been really craving it all summer, and there's nothing worse than craving something seasonal which you're not able to get otherwise. So I was really looking forward to September because I knew that's when the pumpkin spice latte is coming out. However, you can also make your own pumpkin spice latte. I will link a blog post down below to my blog where last year, I think it was last year, where I created my own pumpkin spice recipe. Obviously not from scratch. I googled a little bit around, tried a little bit out how much of what ingredient I would like to have in, and yeah, check it out if you want to save a little bit of money, because I do realize Starbucks is quite expensive, but yeah, it's definitely been a favorite, so I had to mention it. The second thing which comes hand in hand with fall for me is fall clothing, back to school shopping. Unfortunately, at the moment, being almost 38 weeks pregnant, back to school shopping or fall shopping is just not happening. It would be a waste of money. I want to try on the clothes I'm going to wear, so I'm kind of holding my money together a little bit to go on a shopping spree a month or two after baby is here, depending on how quickly I fit back into my other clothes. However, there's one thing besides makeup I'm still able to buy without an issue, and that is accessory, specifically this one here. This is my new scarf from ACNE, which is a Swedish clothing brand. It's my third scarf from them. I will look up the color down below, or I will look up the color and link it down below. That's what I wanted to say, because I know it's called different on the German speaking side as opposed to on the English speaking website. This is the new fall color they came out with. It's like this really pretty dusty pink. Their scarves are amazingly soft. I do have a dusty blue one with a hint of gray, and then a pure gray one. And what I like about them is that they're simple, they look great, they have amazing colors which go with everything, plus they do not fuss. You can wear this with any kind of black clothing and you will not get fuss on your clothes. I mean, I guess you cannot see anyway in this light, but promise me it's not an issue at all. I love the color. I think it suits my skin tone quite nicely. So that's definitely been a favorite, because the days have not just been getting shorter, but also definitely colder. So scarves is for me what it's all about in the fall. Now let's move into some beauty items, and the first one, and the only one actually, is a skincare item. So due to the weather becoming colder, but also I think due to the pregnancy, I started to have very itchy skin. It's normal that it happens at some point later in the pregnancy, because obviously the pregnancy is putting a lot of strain, for example, on your liver and on your kidneys. If it gets too much, if you cannot stand not itching yourself anymore, you might want to get that checked out. I just have like normal itchiness, but I actually ended up like during the night scratching my legs so much that I was bleeding. And For that, I like then to use something very, very rich, which I put on in a very thick layer, and then I put at some point my pajama pants on top. And I've been loving the Righteous Body Butter from Soap and Glory. It would probably be smarter to use something unscented, especially if you have a wound, but I think it's important to still feel pretty during pregnancy, and I had this and I love the scent. I keep on like repurchasing those gift sets they have, so I always end up with like 3 or 4 of those pots, and yeah, you can see how much I already used, and I just started using it again. Yeah, it smells amazing. It feels great on my skin. Just the scent alone makes me feel a little bit better, and yeah, been loving this for my dry skin this past month. Now let's dive into my makeup items. I actually don't have too many to show you because in terms of face base, so a primer, concealer, foundation, powder, I've been using my normal Ride or Die products, which is why I actually will, I think, end up filming the Ride or Die makeup tag by Jaclyn Hill. I wasn't planning on it because I've done several similar videos in the past, but I like watching those videos, and every time I watch them, like watch someone do one, I'm thinking about what would be my Ride or Die makeup products I would show you. So I will end up filming it maybe later on today or tomorrow, maybe next weekend, I have to see. But for now, I've stuck to the products I've been kind of rediscovering in my makeup collection. And the first 2 products I use in combination, I'm wearing them right now, and I rediscovered them because of Sandra, is she called SNRTT? I will link her down below. I love her channel. She's Canadian, living close to the American border though. And she has been using those 2 products, specifically those 2. So this is one of the Maybelline 24-hour color tattoo cream eyeshadows, and this is the color in the German-speaking countries it's called On and On Bronze, but I think in the American or English-speaking countries it's called Back to the Bronze. I need to repurchase a new one because mine is quite dry, but I've been using quite a lot of it, as I'm not sure if you can tell. But this is a beautiful bronzy brownie color, which is perfect for all over the lid. However, she has not been using it on its own because she, I think, has very greasy skin, if I remember correctly. And she needs some kind of powder eyeshadow to set her eyeshadow with. And for that, she has been using this one here up on the top, and I think this is Woodwinked. Yes, I just checked it real quick. I did check it when she mentioned that she likes to use Woodwinked with it, but the one up here is Woodwinked, and it goes into the same kind of color direction like On and On Bronze or Back to the Bronze, like the cream eyeshadow. And I like also that you can set it a little bit because then you just know it holds a little bit more. Plus, Back to the Bronze, On and On Bronze is it's a bronze color, so sometimes for some people it might be a bit too warm. And by using the eyeshadow, you take a little bit of the warmness out of the cream eyeshadow, which, depending on what you're wearing that day, what your hair color is, what your lipstick color is that day, might look very, very good. But yeah, she kind of pointed out that combination of cream and powder eyeshadow, and I've been really, really liking it this month. And yeah, like I said, I'm wearing it right now, plus the powder eyeshadow a little bit underneath my lower lashes. Then I've been sticking to 2 kinds of blushes this last month, which are very, very different in their color as well as in their finish. The first one is the Becca Luminous Blush in the color Snapdragon, which is, like the name says, very, very luminous. quite bright, so you have to be a bit careful when you apply it. And I'm not sure how it... Someone bought the apartment all the way upstairs and they started renovating, and they told us it's going to take until December, I think. So we have another 3 months to go. They're already annoying the crap out of me. But anyhow, I'm not sure how it comes off in the pan, but it's definitely a bit more on the reddish side, which once again is something I do like in fall. I like to transfer color-wise a little bit more into the reddish or plum colors, because I have a hard time wearing especially the plum shades during the summer and spring months, while they suit me a little bit better in the colder months. And so I've been loving this depending on what kind of eyeshadow I was wearing. And then the total opposite of what I've been also wearing, total opposite of the Becca blush, is the Tarte blush in Exposed, which, as opposed to the Becca blush, has a total matte finish and is more on the dusty pale rose side. You can already see that the pattern is kind of disappearing, and I don't even have that this long, this blush. I think I bought it in May when we were in Florida, but I really like it. It's exactly right up my alley. It's a very nice everyday blush. I'm wearing it right now, and it's very hard to over blush with this blush, which is something I really do value because I am so pale. So the two of them have been my favorites this month. Then I saw someone talk about some high-end makeup products which they love, and I'm not sure if it was a tag video or something, but I realized I have the same palette and I haven't touched it in a while, so I had to get it back out. And it's the Filmstart Bronson Glow palette from Charlotte Tilbury, and it's absolutely beautiful. Both the bronzer as well as the highlight are very nice, and I started to use both again, a bit more of the highlight than the bronzer, but both of them are very nice. The bronzer I'm wearing right now, I love that it's quite subtle, because even though I like to use a highlight, if you are pale, there is also something which can be considered over the top. I don't want to look like a shiny mirror, you know, sparkling off my cheeks. So the highlight in here is just perfect, and I think it's a very nice palette also for paler people, and I love the packaging. It was quite an expensive product, so I'm kind of happy that I rediscovered it and get a bit more use out of it at the moment. And last but not least, I have two more products for you, which are actually lip products. And the first one is just a typical fall shade. It's a dusty rose with a hint of plum, and it's the color Syrup by MAC. And I already just swatched it on my hand. So it's a luster finish, so it has a bit of a sheen, which I like because I have very dry lips. And it's just a very nice nude rose, sandalwood, whatever color, which fits very nicely with a lot of different makeup looks. It fits very nice into fall. It's a hint of color without looking over the top for in the office. Yeah, just a very nice color I've been loving during the past month. And fitting with the lipstick, I have the matching gloss, which is not from MAC, but the color is matching, and it's one of the Urban Decay lip glosses, the naked glosses, in the color Sesso, which I think was in the Naked on the Run palette. Don't quote me on it, but color wise it's very similar. It's actually the color I was wearing on my makeup day, on my wedding day. So it reminds me, you can see the colors are very similar. Sometimes when I have very dry lips, I like to put a bit of lip gloss on top of my lipstick, and then obviously it's nice when they somewhat match. The naked lip glosses are on the heavier, a bit more sticky side, which I do realize not everyone likes. I personally don't mind. I love the color, and yeah, it's a very nice fall shade, I feel. Yeah, so those have been my September favorites, kind of very fall inspired, I feel. October will be my baby month, so we will see how many videos will come in the next couple of weeks. We do still have a couple of weeks to go until she's due. She's due tomorrow in 3 weeks, so we will see. I will try to use the time until then to film a little bit more, and then as soon as we do have a rhythm up, I hope I will be able to use my free time, because I am actually off from work until the end of April. I want to use the time to film a bit more frequently, but obviously that's depending a little bit on her and how she is behaving and what kind of baby she will be. I'm hoping she will be a nice little quiet, you know, good behaved baby, but you never know, so we will see. I hope you liked this video. Any comments, questions, etc. are how do I say that, are wanted, or yeah, I would like to, you know, get in touch with you. Drop me a message down below if you have any questions, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.